Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome to what I think might well be the most underrated series inside iRacing. Yes, today we are finally returning to the TCR cars, of course, known touring car series all around the world, from the Endurance Championships over in the IMSA Pilot Challenge, to the British touring cars, to the World Touring Cars, and various other championships. iRacing's got an official license with these guys, and it really doesn't feel like they utilise it very well, so we've jumped into a 15-minute top split race here at Donington today in my trusty pink Hyundai Elantra. We start this one right from the very back. Hopefully we can stay out of trouble and get a good result. Obviously, if you're new, get yourself subscribed as well. It really does help us out. And if you want to try out iRacing and you haven't already, there will be a link down in the description below to my affiliate code as well. But yeah, let's head out then onto the circuit, ready for hopefully what should be a good fun race. Well, I don't know what keeps happening to me inside iRacing at the moment, but I seem to just scrape into top split repeatedly at the moment. But anyway, let's see what we can do then. 15 minutes here from Donington. Hopefully we can get a clean time start.
Go, nail it.
Oh, not off to a particularly good getaway. I think, yeah, we should be using clutch, it would appear, on these cars, because a couple of guys have absolutely bolted off the line. You can tell those of us that don't have the proper setup ready to go. Then there's already some bumping and bashing down at turn one, as you would expect. I mean, even if we finish down in second to last place, we'll only lose 30 at iRacing here, but I'd like to make some moves if I can, as we'll try and get down the inside of that guy pretty quickly. I'm not just here to kind of sit around at the back all day, as the only thing we have got to be careful of is try and get some temperature up into the tyres as well. But yeah, very, very high SOF, not a particularly big grid either. So it's starting to kind of remind me more of the British Touring Car Championship, to be honest. Still very good drivers in there, but just not many of them kicking around anymore. It's a sad reality to the costs of the hybrid tech as well. But is this one of the most underrated series in iRacing? I don't know. I feel like the touring cars can be really, really good fun. But just kind of slept upon for a lot of people because they don't want to kind of learn how to drive front-wheel drive. I think it's a really, really important skill to learn in the sim, and, you know, being able to maximise these cars really does kind of test you in a different way to a lot of other machinery. And generally, I quite like the way front-wheel drives drive inside most racing games as well. So we are going to get a little bit squeezed out through turn one. We somehow, though, find the pace off the corner. That guy's been sent to the shadow realm, and he's almost come back on and collected us. But we'll make it through, moving our way past the Hondas. I mean, yeah, that guy got absolutely deleted there to make our way through the old hairpin. We have gained a fair few spots, nice and early on. I think we're up inside the top 10 then. Now, and yeah, that guy, I mean, he seemed pretty kind of wild in the way he was driving anyway, but yeah, I think just got a little bit hooked by the guy he'd gone round. And say in these kind of things, you're fine, you're gone, is sometimes the way it works. But that was like proper vintage touring car style racing. Someone ends up with a lot of damage is the only way it normally goes down there, as well. Someone just in front doing a bit of a hop, skip and a jump through the final chicane. Should be about, yeah, 13 lap race here today. We are now up inside the top 10 then, so we're up into positive iRacing territory.
The gap to car number 14 behind is increasing. It's now 0.8.
Yeah, rocking the Elantra for this one. Never know, kind of. Apparently, I think the Honda's meant to be pretty good in this class. We've got, I mean, the Elantra, the Veloster, and the Honda in this one. I don't think I've seen an Audi though, so I'm not too sure whether the Audi just isn't a particularly popular choice. Maybe, I think that's another Veloster at the front of this little gaggle of cars as well, so yeah, maybe the Audi a little bit weak, and I just didn't realise it. I always remember when they started bringing the TCRs to the game. Obviously the Audi came first, and then we got two Hyundais back to back. One of them came with the Civic as well, and considering iRacing have got like an official partnership with the TCR, we've then just had nothing else, which has been a bit of a shame, to be honest. You know, we'd love to get some more of the tracks and things like that, you know, be able to kind of run like touring car championships and things like that. It's
New
not
fastest
the
lap
line
for Fabio,
through the final corner.
We've been warned about track limits.
Just want to be able to get up with this little group of cars and hopefully have some battles. Would be quite nice. But yeah, you have got to be quite gentle with them in some places, like the big braking zones. Obviously, where the rears don't have a lot to do, they can really kind of slide around on you. And obviously, the best way to save a front-wheel drive car is, of course, mash your foot to the floor. That doesn't really work very well, obviously, when you're trying to scrub off speed into an apex. So, yeah, you've got to be almost kind of gentle, allow the rear end just to follow it round. And yeah, if you over kind of step that sometimes, you can be in for a world of hurt. But just trying to say, this group I think is definitely getting a little bit slowed up by the front runner. So I think we have got enough pace to get there if I keep it clean and tidy. And I mean, this is what kind of touring car racing is all about. Big trains of drivers struggling to find a way around each other. Sergey, they're having a look for a move in towards the final chicane. Again, they give each other room on the exit, but that will allow us to close in a whole lot more. Hyundai versus Hyundai just in front of me. So there we go, that was a pretty decent lap time. Down into the 12s. Happy with that one. Can we just be there to capitalise in this battle then? To allow the other two to just break away a little bit there. Yeah, we're still in an alright little spot. I mean, you've got to try and really maximise it as best as you can. You got to, again, it's all about momentum, these cars. Carrying the speed off the corner. I mean, they're not slow by any stretch. Yeah, less than 300 brake horsepower. In racing terms, is not a lot nowadays. So yeah, you have just got to, carry the speed off of the turns, but being smooth as well at the same time. So, well, then, can we try and get a run? Quite able to there. I mean, again, we're utilising the width of the road pretty well. Guys in front of me do have a little bit more rating. Oh, he's early on the brakes there. So we'll just close in a little bit more. Oh, you do not want to try and go over that sausage curb. That does not work. Yeah, the bottom of the car scraping around. So try and stay out of too much trouble. But again, yeah, it's now a train of 5 cars, isn't it, really? Or back end wanted to try and overtake the front just for a moment. That's why I just brought it down the extra gear. Just try and bring it back in check. Because I think we really needed to in that one. But yeah, 15-minute races though. I'm surprised this is a D-class series. Because obviously, there is going to be training paint and things like that. So obviously you can get like 2Xs and things like that for contact in these. They are a lot more lenient than a lot of the other series, because obviously the cars are designed to kind of bump and scrape a little bit more. But yeah, you have got to be really careful still, because it will damage your SR pretty quickly. As well, someone there just making a little bit of an error. There you go. That is the front-running Veloster of that group. Whoa! Not quite sure. That one was a fair kind of block to get back in, but clearly wants to get the elbows out. And well, maybe I made my mistake at the right time, because these guys are really starting to trip over each other a little bit. Our fellow Elantra there makes just a little bit of a mistake on the exit of the corner as well. These two, I don't think they're particularly friendly with each other at the moment, so we are just going to kind of see what happens. Oh, in this scenario, was not expecting the car to lift up so much over the curb through turn 1. As they go side by side, then back down the hill. Yeah, the Elantra just about makes it through. Whoa, Veloster again, very early on the brakes. So we'll try and maximise the exit. Again, just can't quite do so, because we've now got the other Veloster and the Honda as well, battling just in front. So I mean, yeah. Oh, there we go. He's gone. Honda's gone again. That's 2 Hondas that have been sent to the Shadow Realm in this race. If I had a £1 for every time I'd seen a Honda just disappear to the left-hand side of frame, I'd have £2. It's not many. It is weird that it's happened twice in this race then, but I guess we're up to P9, so we could be on for like a top 6 finish if we were somehow, right place, right time to get past these guys. I mean, the Elantra's got, I think, the longest wheelbase of all these cars, so you'd think it'd be a little bit better at kind of attacking the curbs as best as it can. But desperate for slipstream, though. I didn't expect it to be that important in these cars. As, again, another big send there, coming to the outside. Wow, through turn 1. Got to stop trying to lift the car over that curbing on the inside. It does not work for me. It's again, I don't think we've quite got as much pace as these guys. Raw pace. But I think just by staying out of trouble, we're able to keep up with them a little bit better. As again, the Veloster runs a little bit wide. Again, the Elantra trying to look past him. Oh, 3 wide, that won't work. And the Veloster's gone, or one of them is anyway. Not quite sure kind of what that guy was thinking there. That was kind of touring cars got a bit too far, I think, in that scenario. And again, though, we are kind of just picking up the freebies. So I'm not going to knock it too much. Let me try and get a run down this back straight. I'll be honest, I think it's probably better to let these two fight. These two were the ones that originally, you know, had that a bit of aggressive moment, had that kind of trading paint. So it might be in our best interest here. Just kind of sit, let these two go for it. Just kind of wait. Because I wanted to give him a push. I don't actually want to try and get him to go defensive on me or anything like that. But I'm kind of going to force him into it. I was genuinely just going to give him a push there. Off the exit of turn, like off the exit of the final corner, just try and keep him close to Christian in front of him, but clearly not going to happen. Oh, come on. So I think Christian there maybe just has a little bit more pace over the pair of us at the moment. I'd hope so, looking at his iRacing. But Jordan trying to hang with him as best as he can. Just nice and easy. We've done pretty well up to this point of just kind of picking up the pieces. This would help us obviously back to 2K iRacing as well. If we're able to finish in this position, or if we can gain a couple more, that'd be good. We're up to 4x though, so definitely picking up a few more 1x's than I would like to in this race. Still, almost into the back of him. Luckily, say it's not the biggest braking zone in the world. Just see again how much it costs you on the exit. See, trying to be smooth, trying to, you know, like I said, it's all like getting runs off of corners. But say, I think if he can't do anything pretty soon, then I'm going to have to start trying to have a look for it. Again, though, he just gets a little bit closer occasionally.
Half your fuel left.
You can kind of fill his mirrors again, unless he tries to go for something really, really aggressive. Pretty soon, though. I'm sure he's going to be able to find a way back by. So, I mean, getting the balance, the weight transfer into there can be so difficult. The car just wants to pull out and understeer, and you just can't let it do it. It's up again towards the second half of the lap. Oh, come on, nice and easy. It would allow you, obviously, to get 2 wheels on the gravel in a lot of places. The other tricky thing as well is it's actually 14. You can't really try and late brake these cars either. You've always just got to be sensible on the brakes, I think, unless you're going for a big send on like a last lap or something, because it's so easy to switch people on the exits of corners. Being able to brake super late actually isn't that beneficial. Yeah, I think Christian's going now, so we need to try and start making moves on Jordan if we possibly can. I really don't know whether I like the look of that Veloster as well.
Sector 1 is 0.40 off the pace.
I can't work out whether I like it or not in touring car form. Don't like the normal cars, I'll be honest. But that one, the huge wing, obviously the big wheel arches as well. The flared arches just looks pretty cool. I think it's the livery as well helps.
Keep harrying him.
That's Chris Dobble's livery, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he got a really good line out of there then. So maybe now, I mean, he might just have sacrificed a 1x to try and build up a gap. Come on.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Oh, I've only got, I think, 2 more laps after this one. We've got to try and hang close, as we've got Kenneth not too far behind either. Again, though, he won't quite get the run up over the top of the hill. So that will allow us just to get a little bit closer once more. Seems like, I think, yeah, that's one of the corners that suits the Elantra slightly more here at the moment. Let's just see if we can try and feel his mirrors, see if we can force an error there. Oh, that car sat so nicely over the curb through that final chicane. I thought he was going to really slow himself down. Not quite the case. Still running kind of mid, high 12s, I believe. Really try and late apex turn 1 as well. Works quite nicely. Just obviously be very, very careful not to go too late on the brakes, but he's one of the few corners here that really does seem to work. So he's very early on the brake again. That will allow us just to close in a little bit more. Come on, what's he doing? He broke on the exit? Has he got a slowdown? Surely not. Did he take too much curb on the inside? I think he did. So there we go then.
We'll have some more of that.
I'll have that freebie later on in the day. And up into 7th then.
The car in front of us
just
is
one lap to go.
Car number 4, and their rating is 4.2.
Christian here on the last lap. We'll certainly try and give it a go. Unless he makes like a little error or something. I think he's just a bit too far away. I mean, leader going a second a lap faster than me here. That's pretty impressive. Factor in there's not that many braking zones. Whoa. That's not the line I needed. I think of a 5th instant point. And now it is all about just trying to bring it home. And they're definitely battling behind.
7th position. One more to go.
I'm not too sure what's happening behind us, but things seem to be getting even more ragged. I'll definitely have a look at the instant report at the end of this. Yeah, Jordan now feeling the pressure. A little bit further behind. 42 iRacing though if we finish here. I don't think that would quite get me back up over 2k, but it would certainly be nice. Just obviously gain a little bit more. Oh, I did not need to leave it in 4 through there, but yeah, I tell you what, these cars, it's a shame they're not more popular in Sim, but nice to see that you can still get some racing in them. I think 15-minute races work well. I would rather do like 20-minute ones, but I guess it's the weird thing, isn't it, between obviously European series, touring car races are, you know, pretty sprint style. It's only really in America where they do endurance touring car races. Which, you know, are fun in their own right. Obviously, I've done, like, Raw Before the 24 a couple of times in these machines as well. But in towards the final corners then, on the back of the grid, I'll be honest, I didn't think we'd recover this many spots throughout the race. But, yeah, we've done a pretty good job there, just avoiding too much trouble and getting the result at the end of it. At the final corner, it is P7 here at Donington Park. Really happy with that one. But anyway, we'll go take a look at our instant report, and then we'll have a look at our final race results. Here we are then taking a look at everything that went down during this race. This was pretty early on. Oh, that was the guy that was very, very aggressive. Decided he'd take a chunk out of one of the Velocitas, and I think this, yeah, these were the two then that came together a little bit further on. Kind of barged him out wide, and I'm not sure whether that's intentional or not, I'll be honest. I mean, he's come from a long way back on the way in, and he's given him plenty of space there, and he's just kind of leant on him and doored him. I want to say he was trying to tuck back into the slipstream, but yeah, he's just completely sent him to the shadow realm. And if we have a look from his POV, he did fire quite aggressively back. He was a bit further away from him than I thought he was, but I think you'd probably chalk that down as a touring car accident. Looks like the number 6, though, again, of course, tipped the other Honda round, so we got a decent kill streak going in this race, and well, he was able to keep going. You know, these cars are built fairly tough, but I think, yeah, a little bit more damage picked up. Not the unsafe rejoin. Oh, he was lucky to get away with that one. And that's it. Only 4 incidents, I think, from this race. For TCR cars, that's pretty good going. Here we are then taking a look at our final race results. We lost a little bit of SR from that one, so that's a bit of a shame. Unfortunately, the kind of difficulties of a D-licensed race. But we are back over 2k yet again then. Those 41 iRacing really have helped us out there. And I think as well, I think I earned the award for most places gained. Up 7 for us in the end. Top 3 stayed exactly where they were. And you can see there a couple of spots gained for a few people. Not too sure what happened to Sergey there to end up so far back. But yeah, 7 places gained for me, especially when you factor in the bad start. I will absolutely take. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed. And yeah, we'll be back very soon with more iRacing content.